Also, in our top story at 10 on this Friday night, a Kuna neighborhood is up in arms now that water from underground irrigation pipes is no longer underground. 6 on your side's McKenna King joins us live in studio with the story.
It's a neighborhood that was built in the late 70s to early 80s when a developer put irrigation pipes underground to keep the water from a ditch flowing under the subdivision and the roads. Here we are nearly 40 years later, and current homeowners are paying the price of old clogged pipes, and both the city and residents say their hands are tied. There's an irrigation ditch directly behind this fence, and the water from that ditch is expected to run through pipes underground down the next couple of blocks. But a blockage up the street has this homeowner making a mess of his yard and paying the price.
Now it is actually getting a foot of water underneath my home. It's going up against my neighbor's house and their foundation.
So they dug a trench as a temporary fix to not flood the rest of the neighborhood and give them some time to sump pump the water out of the basement of their rental. Water from irrigation pipes they don't use.
I've talked to the city and they tell me it's my fault, my issue.
That's true. The mayor says up until the mid-90s, when a developer subdivided what once was a field in Kuna, they would put in irrigation pipes that would someday be the responsibility of the homeowner who lives above them.
Over the years, tree roots grow in through those pipes, and I think as people buy up those properties, I'm sure that no one tells them that they're buying a mess like that.
It's a problem homes built after the mid-90s won't have. At that time, the city of Kuna put in a pressurized irrigation system and decided that any irrigation pipe became the property of the city as soon as the developer placed it under the dirt. But it leaves a muddy situation for the people on Armand Street.
The developers that put the pipe in, it would be their responsibility.
But try hunting down a developer who placed the pipes 40 years ago. You can't.
I've been here 26 years, so 17 to 18 years ago it started getting worse.
Now it's creating sinkholes in the yards of residents and causing problems homeowners didn't plan on having to fix.
I can repipe, I can put the biggest pipe out there underground, and all it's going to do is still back up and flood me out until everybody else's is fixed.
Jessica is at the beginning of the ditch. The city has had a company come out and snake her yard to identify the problem area, but the real problem is the clogged pipe isn't in her yard. It's clogged somewhere up the street.
It isn't a city facility, so we can't pay to fix it. It's not proper for me to spend other people's tax dollars to fix someone else's issue.
But the homeowners are calling upon the mayor anyway.
It'd be nice if he came out and helped either force people to repipe, which is difficult because I don't want to put that on my neighbors, but at the same time, I can't keep living in a flood zone.
And the cost to fix the pipes is up in the thousands per residence. The mayor of Kuna says if you're looking at a home that was built before the mid-90s, it'd be a good idea to double check what the property you're buying looks like underground. And if you head to City Hall, he says they can help out there. Live in studio, McKenna King, 6 on your